Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. This is Swag Nozzle again with a daily update video of rantiness, quality, and whatever else is expected. It is just ending the Livid weekend, as everyone seems to be calling it, or most people have been working towards. The minigame weekend, it was actually called. There were two main activities where people really went crazy, and I obviously went way over this in the previous video, but either way, a lot of people worked on the ceiling creation minigame, which netted double points towards your tools, towards your double experience in a number of stats, or they worked at the Livid farm, and it was a great weekend, honestly. It was a lot of experience. Just I made some. This is an earlier clip, but at the end of the weekend, I think I gained over about 2 mil experience. No, probably about 1.5 mil experience as a total just doing the farm. I got to about 450,000 points. One day I was slacking seriously hard and I could not get on. Unfortunately, XP ways seriously ascend, but unfortunately I sinned terribly on Saturday. So as much as I could get blah 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 blah. As much as I could get in, I got in. So beggars can't be choosers. That's how it goes. As far as goals for the week, for next week, Monday through Friday, I'm going to be working on 94, as I just got that after doing this video, after the weekend ended, of course. Right up to the second, I was working on Livid, trying to get as many points in as possible. Either way, now I'm 94. I'm working on fletching, and I have all the magic longbows banked, and I have, I believe, 62,000 more to string. I'm not cutting the bows whatsoever. I'm just stringing them. It's a little bit cheaper to do rather than broad bolts or broad bolts. I believe it's something, I forget the numbers, but either way, from 90 to 99, it was only going to cost me, with those current GE prices, about 14 mil to put those together. That's a lot cheaper than a lot of the other methods, and although it isn't really that AFK, you're not putting arrows together, you're not putting bolts together. You have to bank stand. You have to do 14 at a time, which is a little bit inconvenient, and you can't do them anywhere like bolts. But whatever, life goes on. A little bit slower, but you only lose 14 mil versus the 50 some mil or whatever it was to put those together. So after fletching, after I get 99 fletching, which should only take a day or two, hopefully, crossing my fingers there, which won't take that long. I'm going to be really persistent in getting that. I'm working on wood cutting and fire making. And on the note of fire making, earlier tonight, after reset happened, I went with some clan members over to Barbarian Assault, which I had never even stepped in. I just never had the chance, really. When it was released, I wasn't playing as much, and so anyway, got in there and was amazed at how much experience, especially in fire making, you could gain. Something like near 1.2 million experience, bonus experience this is, obviously. 1.2 million bonus experience in fire making in an hour. And I was only there for 30 minutes to get 600k. That's insane. It almost makes no sense to me at how ridiculous that is. It really makes fire making one of the easiest 120 capes to get. If you think about it, really, after you get 99, that's what, basically 91 mil experience to go, and then you divide that by 2, that's 45.5 million experience effectively to do if you have, near 50 million bonus experience, which really doesn't take that long if you're doing Barbarian Assault with a good group. That's really not that bad at all compared to how much time you have to spend on other skills to get the cape, or the 104 million, 120, whatever you want to call it, cape. So yes, I'm probably going to be doing Arctic Pines. I can do Crystal Trees, as I got 94 later in the week last week, but they're a little bit more experience, only like 10k-ish experience more, but the fact that I can get unbonus experience wise, 30k an hour around there on Arctic Pines, so that means you're getting 110k experience woodcutting plus the 60,000, so you're looking at around a little bit under 175, 180,000 experience per hour as a whole between woodcutting and fire making, and that's a lot of experience. And it's not that AFK. You are having to drop multiple logs and fire make and blah blah blah. But that's a lot of experience that is going to be really nice to get all the way up to 99 woodcutting. Moving on, the Elven City. It's kind of just been waited for a long, long time to come out. Like, it's been this thing that's kind of looming, and no one really knew what it was. It was this, what's behind the crystal wall, blah, 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 that whole thing. And, of course, they made the, what was it, the April Fool's joke with the behind the wall with the party and all that. If anyone saw that, it was good comedy. All the NPCs kind of chilled around a table with, like, cakes and stuff, and it was sort of funny. Anyways, going back to it, the Elven City is meant to be a ultimate hub for high level players, in quotes, high level players, and they consider those levels to be, in general, skilling 75 to 99 in, woodcutting and fire making and summoning and general skills, not combat skills, just skilling skills. I guess that makes sense. Skilling skills. Why not? So, yes, right now the design documents that have been brought out have been super interesting and really cool, and I really encourage you to go check them out. They're really awesome. I'm going to be making a video where I kind of go over some of those documents, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get it out, and that's away from the daily video. I decided I'm probably going to be skipping Mondays in the schedule because I hate Mondays, and Mondays are the worst day of the week, so I figure that's going to be the down day. So it's going to be six to 8 videos a week. 6 if there's nothing super interesting going on, but with the city coming out and all this content coming out and blah blah blah, all that, I figure I'm probably going to get more videos out. Yeah, there's some plans in there talking about having a giant bonfire being one of the most efficient ways to train fire making, so stocking up on those logs would not be a bad idea whatsoever. On a very, very small note, they mentioned making runes a little bit more useful in a way, because now using magic, obviously you don't really use that many runes while you're training magic, which was kind of weird compared to how it used to be. Either way, because of that, pure essence, rune essence, and runes in general have been spiking up in price, and so it might not be a bad idea to throw in some cash into some pure essence and just see. Right at this very moment, I believe that they're at 24 each, buying roughly 24, 25 each, and they were at the low of like 11 a week ago, so they're gonna start really raising. The last thing I want to touch on in this video, in the Elven City, kind of bouncing around here, in the Elven City, they have plans to do a max guild. The idea is sort of interesting, and yeah, the whole idea of the Elven City is meant for a high level environment, which is great. And it's kind of interesting. There's so many max players nowadays. And back in the day, I mean, I'm talking about like 2004, 2005. I mean, it was excuse me, it was pretty much unheard of. I mean, it was amazing to see a max player, even when you were 126, when that was the max level. I mean, you saw someone 126 and you're like, damn, that person put some work in. Like, damn, look at the stats. And then you look them up and they have 99 fishing or something, and then you're even more amazed. Anyways, nowadays, it's not that hard to get max. You have so much experience coming at you from every other place. You got weeklies, you've got dailies, you've got monthlies, you've got all this experience just being thrown at you, plus all the quests and the equipment and like Barbarian Assault, 1.2 million experience an hour. Oh my god, or bonus experience. I don't care, whatever. That's a lot. So yeah, there's the rant for today. I hope everyone is continuing to be very, very well. please have a good evening, morning, night, whatever you're having right now, and just enjoy life. And with that, goodbye.